What's the likelihood of being turned down for an autograph by the same player twice?
Well, I'm here to testify that it's better than you think.
All right, baseball season's coming up, and you ever try to get any baseball player's autograph?
Yes, and that what taught me to quit trying to get sports players' autographs. I tried to get Reggie Jackson's autograph on 2 different occasions and got shot down by Reggie Jackson twice.
Twice?
Not once, but twice.
By the same guy?
The same guy.
How often does that happen to people?
I don't know, but the reason I was thinking about this was I saw, like, they was talking to Reggie Jackson some show about a month or so ago, and they was talking about how Reggie Jackson, how when he was a player, he was so hard to give interviews, and he just was really stuck on himself, and he just would not talk. He's like worse than Barry Bonds was.
He's kind of a hothead.
Yeah. So now they saying now that he done got old and stuff, he's willing to talk to anybody who will listen to him. And I just say, wow, how the mighty has fallen or just got old.
He's an employee for the Yankees at least, right?
Oh, whatever. But Reggie Jackson, I'm going to tell you a little story about something Reggie Jackson did.
Yeah.
When I was about 13 years old.
Yeah.
Back in the late 60s, early 70s. I forgot how old I was, but anyway. Reggie Jackson used to work out in Oakland. He used to run around Lake Merritt.
Yeah, and you were living...
And so I was living over there.
You were around that area.
I was living in Richmond, but I was over in Oakland.
You were all over the place.
All over, yeah.
That's a whole other story.
Yeah. So Reggie Jackson was out there stretching and stuff, and I saw him. And I said, you know, a young kid and stuff, you see Reggie Jackson, the superstar, you see him, I start running up to him. Hey,
they
Reggie.
They were winning World Series back then? Yeah.
I said, hey, Reggie, can I get your autograph? And he told me, get away from me. Don't you see I'm working out? I ain't got time to give nobody an autograph.
He said all
that? Yeah. Get away from me. I ain't got time for no autograph. Don't you see I'm working out? And I felt bad.
Yeah. Doesn't that scare you?
Yeah,
You're
because I'm just a little kid. So you look at it like,
crap.
So I kind of just went away, and I always remembered that about him.
Yeah. Well, I've got to leave some impression.
I had got Reggie Jackson's rookie card, and I used to always keep it in my pocket. Later on, I had it in my wallet and stuff, just kept it while he was going through, In
case you saw him again? Or?
No, I liked Reggie.
Even after that?
I liked Reggie. So then after that, when Reggie, I guess I was 21 or 22 years old, something like that.
I'm surprised that you still liked him even after that.
I still liked him because he was...
Well, you said you did feel bad about it? Or?
I felt bad, but I got over it.
Okay.
So I still liked him. I always carried my Reggie Jackson baseball card in my wallet.
Even when he went to the Yankees and all that?
I still kept it in my wallet with him with an A's jersey on.
Okay.
So then, let me see. How old was I? I bought a 78 Corvette. So in 78, I was born in 55. So I was 22 years old, maybe. I went up to he had a car dealership, a Chevrolet dealership over in on the edge of Berkeley and Oakland. And I'm not sure if it was Berkeley or Oakland, but it's over in Adeline, I think. So I went there to buy a brand new Corvette from him.
From Reggie Jackson's dealership.
From Reggie Jackson's dealership. So I'm in there and I'm working out the finances and stuff to be able to get 22 years old, being able to get a brand new
you're doing
Corvette. There's like $21,000 or $22,000 back then. So
you're doing pretty good.
I was doing okay.
Yeah.
So I went there to buy a car. So I'm going through the guy, and the guy's selling me this car, and I'm doing the paperwork. And Reggie Jackson walked by. And I seen him. I said, that's Reggie Jackson. I said, I tell you what, why don't you go over there and see. And I told him the story about how Reggie Jackson didn't give me an autograph when I was a kid. I said, why don't you go over there and ask Reggie Jackson to give me an autograph? He went over there and asked Reggie Jackson,
who owns the
dealership, to give. If he said, look, this guy is getting ready to buy a brand new Corvette, and he wants he wants your autograph for it. He came back and told me, Reggie Jackson, he said, sorry, but Mr. Jackson don't have time to give an autograph.
Doesn't have time.
I said, now, wait a minute. This dude had turned me down when I was about 13 or 14 years old. Now he's turning me down again. I'm getting ready to spend $22,000 for a new car from him.
Yeah.
I told the dude, I said, you know what? We talked this way. I said, he turned me down once. Ain't nowhere in the world he's turning me down again. I said, you go in and tell him if he don't sign this autograph, I am not buying this car. Do you know he still didn't sign it?
He went back and asked him again?
He went back and asked him. He did not come over and give me an autograph. I did not buy the car from him.
So actually you got turned down 3 times.
I left there, went over to Bill Nelson Chevrolet in El Cerrito.
All right.
I bought me a Corvette from them.
Yeah, the same car.
The same. No, I bought a different. Well, a Corvette. I bought another Corvette. So I came back
same
over
model,
to them.
yeah.
Silver came back,
Corvette, yeah.
I came back over there about 2 weeks later when my car got ready. I brought my Corvette back over to Reggie Jackson place and went to the dealership. And I went in there and talked to the guy. See, I went
to the same salesman that
I went to the same one. I said, I wasn't just selling wolf tickets here. I went and bought me a new Corvette from somebody else. I said, but since your boss is such an a-hole, this is what he cost you.
Oh, man.
And I just burnt rubber out the place.
Oh, man. What do you think he thought? Like, holy crap.
How would you feel if you sell back then, I don't know what the commission was. Yeah. But that would be like somebody now selling like a new Corvette now probably costs you $70,000. I don't know how much the salesperson get off that, but I think if you sell a $70,000 car
that's
now,
what it's all about in that
you
business.
probably get like $5,000 or $6,000. So back then it probably cost him $1,000 or something. But anyway, it cost this poor salesperson a lot of money.
Even after you said you won't buy it unless you get the autograph.
He did not come over and give me an autograph.
He wouldn't even sign it in the office?
No, I told him to bring him over here. I wanted him to sign it. And he wouldn't.
So that's technically 3 times.
But that's why he went out of business. His dealerships and stuff went out of business. How do you trying to run a successful business, somebody going to come pay $22,000 for your best product. Mm-hmm. I mean, your top of the line product. And you won't sign an autograph for him.
And the dealership's gone.
It's gone.
Oh, man. That's crazy. Still don't understand why you're carrying his card around. You still do that?
No, I don't. I got rid of it after that.
Oh, man. Did I ever tell you my autograph story?
What?
When I was a kid and I was about 8 years old, and my dad and my grandpa's took me to the Pacific Tigers football game.
Yep.
When they used to play over there, and it was the first one I ever went to, and they're playing Fresno State. And Pacific has a running back, Ryan Benjamin, that just runs wild that day. Just goes crazy. They still lost by 21, but he became my favorite player. Uh-huh. And so they would let you go down on the field and after the game. So we go down there, and I was like, I should ask for that guy's autograph because I thought he was such a stud. And so they find him, and I think it was my grandpa or one of them nudges me to go ask him for his autograph. And I was so scared. I was like terrified. And so, but I ended up doing it. I asked him for his autograph, and he was like, oh, sure. And he asked me, who do I address it to? And I said, me. So he's like, oh, to me?
Yeah.
And my grandpa said, David. And then I got the autograph and stuff, so that was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, at least he didn't turn you down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, on the field, that would be good. You have another good story about Rickey Henderson. When you saw him in public or whatever, I don't think you asked him for his autograph. This was something a little bit different.
Yeah, well, we was at like that in Hayward. Hayward, California. They had like this little, like you go in the store with all kind of training equipment, like Stairmasters, like all kind of running machines, all kind of stuff. And we was in there, and just so happened we went
like
in
fitness
there,
stuff.
a fitness center, and Rickey Henderson was up in there.
Your wife said,
and my wife, she said, "That's Rickey Henderson."
Yeah.
And I looked over there and I said, "Yeah, that's Rickey." And then my
You
wife
weren't
was up
impressed.
there. Don't you want Rickey Henderson's autograph? And he heard her say this. We was right next to him, and I looked at him and I looked him right in the eye, and I say, "No, I don't want Rickey Henderson's autograph." I say, because Rickey Henderson dogging it for the age. I say Rickey Henderson was when he was on TV with his mama, and they was talking about this is a good contract for him. And then a week later, Conseco signed a contract that was a little bit bigger, and he said he could no longer perform with this contract because it wasn't a good contract. And then he went and dogged it the rest of the year. So I don't want his autograph. You had to see Rickey Henderson. He looked at me.
You said all of that?
I said all that. He was starting to walk away when I was saying it, and I was getting louder and louder so he can hear it.
Oh, man.
Saying for his autograph. Man.
And he just walked right out of there like,
No, he
what was
walked
his look
away.
on his face?
His look on his face was like, I can't do this. He probably wanted to punch me, but he didn't.
Yeah.
He was reminding me just of this other sports player that I really.
He probably said, "Rickey got to leave." Always talking in the third person.
Yeah, Rickey. That reminded me of this other sports player I met. I was working inside of a store in Oakland. I think it was in Oakland, yeah. And we was working on the night crew, and Erick Dampier. He used to be the center for the Golden State Warriors back in the day.
Okay.
7'1", worthless. But he was the starting center, and they gave him all of this money and stuff, but he was soft. So he came in there, with his girlfriend, really cute young girl, came about to his waist.
Yeah, well, he's 7 foot.
Yeah, so she might have been 5 foot, and he is 7 foot.
Geez.
So it was like really looked like almost like his daughter, but and she was cute. So she was shopping, and we was talking sports when he walked up, and we started. Then he actually joined in, and we was just talking sports. And then I said, "Well,
he's a friendly guy."
Yeah, he's actually friendly, nice.
Yeah.
And so when we was talking to him, one thing led to another, and I said, "Well, you know what? You guys should really lose. It's like they had maybe about 15 games to go in the season. I said, you guys should just go ahead and lose the rest of the games in the season." And he said, "Oh, man, why you want to say that?" I said, "That way the Warriors can get the first pick in the draft, and they can draft the center."
Oh.
Oh, man. I thought he was going to hit me.
Really? His face turned.
His face, and he could I looked at it, you could see the fire, and he just turned and walked away. And I kind of like putting my chin up so he could have a good shot, because we had cameras in this stuff.
Come on.
If he'd have hit me and he'd have been on camera, things would have been different for me. So
that was your money shot right there.
Yeah, that was, I wouldn't do that again.
So you're not intimidated by athletes at all.
I'll tell him the way I feel about him, especially the way he was just collecting a paycheck for the Warriors.
And you're gonna let him know about it.
That's right. He was just sitting up there. It just was garbage.
You're a braver man than me.
Okay.
I'm afraid of the Pacific running back.
Wow.
Wow, that's some pretty spectacular stories there.